How we doing, everybody? Dommy here for Who-Bangin Sports Talk, back with another college basketball picks for Monday, March 3rd. Got three games for you. I didn't put these in time order like I usually do, so just keep that in mind. But let's get started. First game, Kansas at Houston. Not surprisingly, I went with the under 132.5 minus 108. If you've been listening to me, I've been taking a lot of unders and having some good success, especially in the month of February. I did so. If it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. So let's keep with it. Kansas at Houston. We know Houston, does play in a lot of under type games, but sometimes, you get beat by that too because they do have that offense that could put a game over, especially when they're these lower of totals. But I'd be straight up, I would take this game at 130.5 also. But I took it at the 132.5 minus 108. Reasons why. Houston, first, number one, fewest points per possession on defense. They don't allow points per possession on defense. No one's better. And also, which I was surprised they were this slow, in total possessions per game, they're ranked number 358. On the other side of that, you have Kansas, who's number 10 on defense, allowing the fewest points per possession. So, usually can go on one of those runs which they do a lot, and score some points. But Kansas is the type of team that can hold them down. There's only 9 teams in the country better. So hopefully that comes into play. Another thing, Kansas struggles on offense. On the road, especially number 293 in points per possession. So we got a Kansas team who struggles on offense on the road. We got a Kansas team that's good at defending the other team's good offense. And we have the other team who's one of the best in defenses and does play a slow pace. Under 132.5 minus 108. Game number two. Another under. Wake at Duke. I went under 145.5 minus 110. When I seen this game open, it was 144.5. It went up, and I can see why. We know what Duke can do, and we know what Duke has done. They are number one in points per possession on offense, but a part of their game that's overlooked a lot, I think, and it's easily why because of what they do on offense sometimes. They are number three on defense, allowing the fewest points per possession. Only two teams better than them, allowing fewest points per possession. And surprisingly, they aren't the fastest team either. They're ranked 296 in total possessions per game at home. So they slow the game down at home. Wake, on the other hand, number 226 in points per possession on offense, and they can't shoot the ball on the road from the 3-point. They're at a 29%. Actually, it's a tick under 29% 3-point shooting on the road, ranked number 357. Another thing about Wake, that their offense is bad, their defense is good. And they're number three in points per possession. So they don't allow, they're number 53 in allowing points per possession. And we do have Duke that's number one. So if they just knock Duke down just a little bit, I think we can get this under 145.5 minus 110. Game number three, that's just UCLA at Northwestern. Interesting game. UCLA, if you ask me, has been getting better and better as the year went on. You can see them just progress. They're really playing their best ball at the right time of the year. Defensively, they've been on point pretty much all year. But offensively, they're starting to really get with it. They are now number 50 in adjusted offense efficiency. So they have stepped up their play on offense. Defense, like I said, they've been one of the best. And we know defense travels. Teams that go on the road, that's their game plan is to shut down that home team and that home court. So, it's pretty kind of an obvious thing. But they are playing a good Northwestern team. The Northwestern team that, with losing two of their top players, still are on a 3-game win streak. They have a very good home court. And this should be a tough matchup for UCLA. But I still thought this point spread was a little low. I was surprised it opened at 2.5. I didn't jump on it when I should have. It did go to 3.5. I'm seeing some fours out there. So what I did was I stuck with the UCLA, but I stuck with the money line. It's a little high, but I took it at minus 167. Just get me the win. And the reasons why UCLA, we know a lot of times teams after big wins like they had against Purdue, do drop off a little bit, and just like the revenge games, they work. A lot of revenge games happened work this year, and a lot of teams off of big wins had those letdowns. But this time of year, and what I noticed yesterday, as a matter of fact, in a couple of games, that didn't hold up. So I think same thing happens now. This time of year, you can't afford to have those letdowns. And I don't think UCLA has that letdown. I think the Purdue game, if anything, just catapults them even more. And that's how I felt about the game. I think that the line was a little bit low because of Northwestern's you know, good at how good they have been and how good they are at home. But it jumped right away up, and I think just something, a little tricky. You never know. Northwestern, listen, you can make a case that Northwestern, wins the game. So I kept it easy, minus 167 UCLA. That's what I did. The other two games, like I mentioned, is Houston under 132.5. Minus 108, and Duke under 145.5, minus 110. That's what I got for you today. Dommy Gun Rechief here for Who-Bangin Sports Talk. I will be back tomorrow, possibly, or Wednesday. We got a lot of conferences starting up, a lot of conference tournaments starting. The smaller schools are starting tomorrow. One started yesterday. We got a big week of college basketball. So stay tuned to Who Bangin Sports, and hopefully we can get you some more winners. Have a good day, everybody.